One take, one take. This is NBA One Take featuring yours truly, Pretty Boy Lake. This is NBA One Take for your head, NBA One Take for your brain. Coming to you live from Newburgh, New York. This is NBA One Take, April 13th, 2023. Some reviews of some shows that I've been watching as I try to navigate through the NBA playoffs. Some things I've been watching. So let me get to Power episode 3 and 4 as we navigate through Tariq St. Patrick. Things are getting a little testy, right? They have the foreign drug dealer is a woman. She's very dangerous. They have them moving all types of drugs and cocaine and things like that. And him and Braden are in the midst of having a cocaine and coffee cups, and they're selling it to the partners inside the Braden's father's law firm, which you could see a mile away. You knew that was gonna happen. It's like, these guys just do all types of coke and all this other stuff. So you could create an app, bring in coke and things like that. So they're bringing money there. Lauren, who everyone thought she was dead, is in witness protection, and she's feeling antsy about certain things. She just wants to leave and things like that, but their attempts of building a case and, to try to build a case and trying to get some information from her. She's getting a little antsy. We don't know. Possibly a runaway. That's what I kind of think. I don't know. It's possible. Cooper Saxe is trying to take out Davis, played by Method Man, trying to take him down, trying to find as much information he can to leverage him. Monet shot and killed possibly the man that killed her son, Zeke, after the father Tejada, he killed him and tried to bring him something, and of course Kanan found out, and now it's a little testy. Not too much, because Kane is now calling most of the shots and doing certain things, and they the news supplier brought in guns and told, listen, he don't just sell, Mecca didn't just sell drugs for us. He had guns, so he had to sell guns, and they had to, it's a little craziness there, but it was interesting just seeing all this transpire, and they had to send Braden up because they had to send him upstate because it's white boys with guns, and they had to, the deal went bad and they would shoot. Oh man, it was just insane. Effie got regrets. Diana is pulled into the business a lot, pulled in, just trying to stay away, getting pulled in, doing certain things, and then and then Monet shot and killed the lead detective, and that's looking for the murder of his ex-girlfriend, the teacher at the school, who was having an affair with Monet's son Zeke, and They said she killed herself, and they trying to say she didn't, and trying to pin the murder on her. So Diana played the role good. She didn't really, and then when they killed the guy, so that was all real interesting. Power's getting, like I said, little soap operas, everything like that. I like it. I like shows that's like that because we as the community need that. Now, let me get to episode 7 and 8 of Snowfall. Now, we get, so now things are getting a little thing, Franklin is really, by all means is really going after Teddy. He killed his father. Louis set it up because Franklin, they buried Uncle Jerome. Louis set it up with all this, and then, Franklin obviously gets kidnapped, and it was a little crazy, and it was just everything didn't go right, and and then it kind of went wrong, and it was just. And the KGB got into it, and they found out, and Teddy had Franklin, and then now Franklin has Teddy, and it's we're just waiting to see what's gonna happen going forward, going next. I mean, what are they gonna do? There's 2 episodes left of Snowfall. Yeah, I think it's like 2 episodes left. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see. It's kind of a little crazy, but we're going to see what happens. And as Franklin wants his money. Franklin wants his money. It's there's a lot going on Snowfall, but I think when it comes to the drug game, things are going really, really bad. Really, really bad in LA. It's really, really, really bad in LA. Godfather Harlem, season 4. Let me go to the brief thing. It's mainly just, mainly a lot of just drug thing. Bumpy Johnson, he's dealing with some Cubans with drugs and things like that. That turned Ori. He really don't want to deal with the Italians and things like that. And then kind of Italians, Colombo, who is now head of his own family right now because Chin is locked up, is really signed on to saying he has to take over Harlem. He just doesn't like the fact that Bumpy has that past in Harlem from the 5 families, and he's just not with that. Well, he should know. No. He's the moolie. We should run him no matter what. I don't care what he's done. So that's what he wants. And he sees all the money there, so obviously he wants it because of the money. So, you got that aspect. You got a lot of things. I mean, look, Malcolm X died. I'm going to tell you that. We all knew, but Malcolm X got killed, and effed up. I hate when, I hate when we have to, we have historical facts and then they put in Malcolm X's assassination. I think we've probably seen Malcolm X assassination in movies, probably more than anything. We don't really even see that with Martin Luther King. I think we don't see it. I don't know if they won't want to pass that through a film, but Malcolm X, we've seen possibly, I think, 5 or 6 times get killed that same exact way in movies, and every single time I watch it is always sad to me. His daughter is just extremely distraught, as they navigate through her, in the Nation of Islam, getting banished from the Nation of Islam with Malcolm X, and Chin's daughter, she taking interest in Columbo, when they all find out what she did to her father, sending him up to jail, cooperating with the government, and things like that. And then he's in love. Columbo's not falling for her. It's like, how many love interests this girl has? I mean, I don't know her name. I'm just saying Chin's daughter. And, because I don't know. I mean, how many people she messed with on the show? I think 3? I don't know. So she always has a love interest. Someone dies with her, and then, she takes interest of that. I think the first season was good for me, but then I think as it going along, is really, no matter how great Forest Whitaker does, I think this is just really dragging out. I think the next season possibly is going to be their last season. But I don't know. They're on a new network, MGM Plus, so I think they may try to stretch this out, because to me, I think this is their number one show. So I think they kind of don't want to do that unless they get some other show in there to really pick up the pieces, because it's a kind of a necessarily new network. So you never know. Night Agent review, that it was something on Netflix. This is a fun action show. Got a night agent. He answers the phone in the White House, and then finds out a girl calls. He's with the Secret Service. And I mean, not the Secret Service, the FBI, and she calls saying that there's somebody killing her family, her aunt and uncle. They're secret agents she didn't know, and they figure that out. He calls, he picks up, he has his backstory that, his father is disgraced and things like that, so he always wanted to work with the FBI, so, he does that. He goes out to find her and things like that. He's killing people. And then they just enhance this big conspiracy about all types of things, about, bombings. They got the president, vice president, the director of FBI, and they got Secret Service. There's a backstory with Secret Service and vice president's daughter and things like that. And it's a lot there. But it's a good series. It's a good series. I just didn't want to really drain too much into it. I did watch it like several days ago, so I'm trying to find things on memory. There's a movie called Inside. It's with Willem Dafoe. I saw it and I just said, okay, let me think. Willem Dafoe, I'm a big fan of. I'm a big fan of his work. So I just wanted to watch. He's just an art stealer. Get caught stealing art, get trapped inside an apartment, and they locked it in, and then he's in there. He's eating food. He can't get out. I think the people that owned wasn't there, so he's trapped inside. He's trying to eat the food, eating food, and it's luxurious. He can't break through. He can't get out. He can't smash. He can't do nothing. He wants to get out. He's almost about to die. I mean, he does so many things. He keeps himself, entertained by doing a lot of things, like, just drawing, things like that. So he kind of like finds himself, and he's just mainly it's a one-person movie. He navigates through certain things, and just kind of like finds himself. He dreams, and he gets out, and then it's a lot, but it's okay. It's okay. This is not too bad. 1,000 to 1. All right. This one was good. This is with Tiana Taylor. She plays a woman that that was kind of goes through the system, and she she has a son. She got out. She finds a son. I think she did some time. She finds a son. He's just roaming the streets. Um, then, you know, she takes him. She takes him. He roams the streets. He has just issues. He get hurt. He got hurt in his foster family, but he takes her. If people don't know, a lot of times, when somebody's injured and things like that, and with foster or whatever like that, the mother really can't do anything. But she takes him and tells him to change his name. She gets fake papers, changes his name, and then he grows up with her. She gets married and things like that. He grows up, knowing that he had to change his name and things like that. And the details of her journey with her son, how bad it is and stuff like that. She's in Harlem. They lived in Harlem, Brooklyn, things like that, and it's a real touching show. Tiana Taylor does a really, really, really good job in this movie. Because I know a lot of women that was like that, are possibly still like that. So it was real tough on her kids and things like that, and she's struggling to make ends meet, and it's a really touching show. It's really good though. It's really good. She does a really, really good job. I am very much proud of her. I did send her something on Instagram, which she did like and commented on, letting her know that, she did a really, really good job. And, people really need to promote this film, because I think this film deserves award nominations. It's a really, really good film. It's a really, really, truly good film. It shows the broken system, which is the foster care system, which is truly broken. Because things like that happens a lot. You got people that, they say, oh, he's just a kid that slipped through the system. They wasn't trying to find him. If the own mother took him, they ain't trying to find him. And it's a truly broken system. But this is a really, really good film. She deserves all the credit. The young boy that played her younger son does a good job, as well as the guy that played her teenage son. He plays a really, really good job too. And this is a really, truly, truly good film. This is a really, really good film. Unprisoned review. This is a really fun show. Kerry Washington and Delroy Lindo. Delroy Lindo plays Kerry Washington's father. He's just released from prison. He did some years, and she's a mother. She has a son, but she has really much insecurities about herself. She has really confident issues, but she's a relationship expert, and she really try to guide through life with, dealing with relationships and things like that. And she really goes through it. I think there's gonna be another season to this. But this is a really good. It's a comedy. It's about family. It's love. This is really, really. Delroy Lindo, he just plays a really, really good job. He's just an older man trying to figure things out, trying to get his life together. Really trying to connect with his daughter. Really get a great connection with her son. and it's a really good family show, and I really liked it. I was kind of skeptical about it, not about the reviews, is the contest, but I said, you know what, I'm gonna give this a shot, and I was just not disappointed. It was really bringing a lot of watching other things, and then watching this always brought me down. Like, if it's intensity of a show and then I watch this, I laugh after them. So this was a really good show. Kay Washington always does well for me. She does no wrong in my eyes, which I'm really disappointed in myself. I never got into Scandal, and that was my thing. I never watched one episode of Scandal. I just, like I said, I just always have an issue with things on live TV. I just never get. I don't give regular TV shows a shot because they used to always disappoint me. So when I used to hear Scandal and then people comment on Scandal, I was like, I'm not into that damn Scandal shit. I ain't gonna watch that. Please stop. That's just not. That's not my thing. But one day I will revisit Scandal, and I'll watch it to the entirety. Okay. Yeah, okay. Praise this. Praise this. Now, this was a really, also a fun show. This is a real fun show. There's a lot of stars in there. Chloe Bailey, she's the main character. We got Quavo. We got a lot of other people. Mac Wiles. Just a lot of good black actors in this film. It's mainly about a singing competition with churches, but Chloe Bailey's really trying to really get into the business because she has a great voice. She has a good sound for music. Take an interest in Quavo, who's playing a rapper. So there's interest there. Her team, they're trying to win this competition. They're going up against rival competitions. There's a lot of animosity. It's just a little fun. It's a fun film. It's a fun film. For me, it should have been a series. I think something like that should have been a series, but it was just a real fun film. And it's a fun film. It's a fun film. There's a lot of some laughs and things like that. Good music in it. So I'm really really, it's a real fun film. And the last thing I gotta talk about is Good Person. This is with Florence Pugh and Morgan Freeman. This one was good. It was always good. This is Morgan Freeman and Florence Pugh. To me, she's just great at everything like that. Yeah, I know. Yeah, she's just great in everything she does. As well as Morgan Freeman, he's the the narrative GOAT, they say. The voice of God. This is a real interesting film. Florence Pugh plays Morgan Freeman's fiance. She's the fiance to Morgan Freeman's son, and she gets into a car accident with her fiance's mother. They get into a car accident, and she survives, but the family's killed. So Morgan Freeman and the family is trying to really navigate these things. She feels guilt. She's on drugs. And she really feels a lot of guilt there. And she breaks, obviously, that breaks apart from everything. She's spiraling out of control. She loses her fiance, and then the family kind of blames her for it. She blames herself, and then there's like possibly some healing going on there, but they're really trying to navigate through this. It's a really good film. They trying to really get through things. It's it's it was touching. Um, with this. This is really touching because of the great acting that was involved. Especially the daughter of parents getting killed. She's spiraling out of control. She's a teenager, so but she does a really good job. I forgot this girl's name. Like I said, I'm so much, but this is a really good film. It's fun, but also, it's a real lot of good serious moments in it. It shows you it shows you tragedy. It shows a lot of tragedy and things like that. So it's but listen, it shows a lot of tragedy and things like that. So, but it's good. It's good. Yeah, but this is NBA, which is a really long episode. There's a lot of stuff I had to cover. Because I'm gonna try to I'm gonna try to focus more on NBA basketball with the playoffs, and then I'll do separate things about shows that I watched. Instead of even putting at the end of each one, I think I'm just going to do the show separate, and then do NBA like that. Or I might stick to the thing, but I know NBA players is a lot going involved in these things, so I don't really want to put shows to the end because I don't really have a real drag out post. Like this one is a long one. This is a lot of stuff I had to get through. It's a lot of things I had to get through. This is like damn near almost 2 weeks. Yeah, almost like a week and a half of stuff. I'm trying to drag all this out in one long, big, gigantic episode. I don't even think most of the people's going to be able to get all through it, all this things. No, this is the true fans that gets through these things. But yeah, so I'm gonna get through this NBA thing later. Probably a post later on today with that, because the plans and everything is still going on. But this is NBA One Takes Pretty Boy Laker, and I'm